All right. Sean, do you have the ability to let me share my screen? Is that good to go?
Yep, you are co-host. So welcome everybody. I will do a very brief intro of Kevin. So Kevin Messerschmidt, he has been a family friend for a long time, probably closer to 2 decades than anything else. And just somebody that we've, gone through life with, the journeys, the ups, the downs, the turns, the changes. Somebody that we feel more like family than anything else. We know that he just has a passion to serve. He has an absolutely extraordinary mind that is creative.
Not
And
sure about that.
you absolutely do. And just again, that desire to serve others. So super excited that Kevin opened up the opportunity for people to just have that reset, that refresh, just a fresh look at, how they're doing things, or if they've been inactive for a little bit, what's been going on, and maybe an easy approach to jump back in and reassess kind of what you would like with Lifevantage in your journey with us. So I'll turn it over to you, Kevin. Thank you for blessing us.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Sean. Well, let me just start off by saying I haven't done this for a really long time. So if it doesn't look good on screen, I'm sorry. So are you able to see the screen right now, Sean? Oh,
yep, we got it.
All right, very good. Again, thanks, Sean. I am Kevin. You guys probably, if you've been around, have heard my name before. I've been friends with Sean and Michelle for a very long time, and I have been hot and cold with his business, back and forth for quite a few years. But like many of you on this call, I've been out of it for a while, so this is new to me too. And so I'm here tonight, not as a person to try and get you to come back to the company. I'm just going to share with you what I was seeing as I was starting to think like, hey, do I want to make a comeback? And I thought, well, what the heck? I might as well share the information I gathered with everyone else. And so that's what we're going to do. And so if you look at my first slide, don't call it a comeback. That's a little, homage to LL Cool J. I couldn't think of anything cooler than that. So that's what we're doing. So welcome, and let's get started. So, all right. So I want to ask you guys a few questions. And if you don't mind, just play along. I can only see some of you, so type it in the chat room if you want. But why did you stop in the first place? So why did you stop? Was it timing? Maybe life got in the way, maybe got divorced. I went through one of those. That kind of screwed some things up after, the first year that I had been in the business. Was it frustrating for you? Were you lacking progress? Was it just too complicated? I mean, I can't begin to tell you how many people, would come to me with their frustrations during the day and trying to figure out how to share a simple ABC primetime video. It was like, how do I get them to watch it? What do I say? And it just got so complicated. What video do I use? What presentation, what PowerPoint? And it just got so complicated. And then we started talking about all the science and all the different things. And then we added more products. And it got overwhelming. And I used to know, I thought everything about this business. And it got so complicated, I didn't know anything. And I just started, the more time I spent away, the more difficult it felt for me to come back. And I can't be alone in that feeling. I know Maggie just said, a crazy life. Joanne said life and family, and something had to give. And I agree, there's lack of belief, there's lack of time. Some of you might have even left for another opportunity. The grass is always greener out there. But for whatever the reason is that you stopped, you did stop. But if you're like me, even though you might not be active, you still really care about the people that are involved. And for me, I think that's the number one thing. And my caring for you, whether you're on my team or not, has never ceased. I pay attention in a lot of the Facebook groups, and I'm always watching to see who's rank advancing and who's doing well, and who's still out there and really killing it. And last month, I'm not going to kid you, last month when I was watching some of the rank advancements, it was just really awesome. Okay. And so I just sat there and thought, like, I kind of feel like I'm missing out on a lot of this new opportunity. So the second question I'd have for you is, what do you miss most? What do you guys miss most? Is it the products? I don't know. I mean, for me, I never stopped taking the products. I'm 11 years into this company and I've never stopped. The products have always been there for me. I love all of them. And I know my family takes all of them. And so the products have always been there. But one of the things I missed the most was the people, the networking, like the growth. I think some of the best moments of my life have been shared with a lot of the people that are in this group. I remember for my birthday, my 50th birthday, I went to Sioux Falls. I don't even live in Sioux Falls. It's 8 hours away. And, you know, I celebrated my 50th birthday with all these amazing people that I got to know over the years. And you just don't get that in a regular day-to-day business. And so I miss the people more than anything. And I think a lot of you might as well. I miss presenting. I miss sharing this opportunity with people on a higher level. You know, the one-on-one stuff, I'll be honest, it kind of got overwhelming for me. But on the bigger stage, on the trying to help and support a lot of people create trainings and stuff, I realized as I was going through and making this presentation that I absolutely miss creating PowerPoints. It's kind of fun for me. I really enjoy that stuff. Another thing that I absolutely miss is the personal growth. And I think a lot of you can relate to that. You know, when you stretch yourself and you try to do things that you're not comfortable with, it can push you to become a person that you weren't. I see, you know, one of the people on screen right now in a yellow sweatshirt, the personal growth that she has gone through has been absolutely tremendous. And so if nothing else, maybe there's something for you here in the personal growth side. And so we don't always get what we want. We don't always get what we want, but we should usually get what we need, right? But number 6 is a big one for me too, is a mission, a sense of purpose. Every day, and Jesse can, you know, my fiance can attest to this, I wake up wondering what my mission or what my purpose is. And I love to serve and I love to help. And today I got to work with somebody and just do a 20-minute tune-up coaching session for them. And they're running for Pro 6. And that was really fun for me to be able to talk to them and just give them a new perspective. And so having that sense of purpose and waking up every day, that's a big one for me. And, you know, if you want to share with me some of yours, I would really love to see that. I see Maggie Brown said she missed the excitement and the positive life. Angela's the culture, Wendy, the people. Kyla, same as you, Kevin, on many levels, still use the products as well. And so I think that's common for a lot of people that are going to tune into this, and just maybe you're sitting back and you're wondering what's next for you and if you can move forward. The third question I have for you, and just be honest with yourself, as you're watching from a distance, as you're seeing somebody like John Jelinek going up to Pro 7 last month, are you having FOMO that you're missing out on something? I mean, in the beginning of this, when I got started, I kind of was like a real skeptical person, right? I'm sure a lot of you have heard that story, but I was very skeptical, and it took Michelle over a year to convince me to even give this thing a shot to see why I didn't want to be part of it. And then when I got involved, it was like you could do no wrong. The business was working, we were all growing, and I put my head down for 60 days, and it has served me for 11 years. I'm just going to go back a couple slides, but it's given me the ability to do things that I would never been able to do. This is my family right here. This is my fiance, Jessie. And you got Will, her son, and my stepson to be, and my son, Ethan, who's now 19. You guys, when I started doing Lifevantage, the reason I was able to really get excited about it is that the residual income gave me the ability to pick up Ethan every day after school and take him to his mom's house after a divorce. And it gave me the ability to do that every day. And he's 19 and I still can do those kind of things. I can be there for him. And so we all have different reasons for doing this. But for me, it was always about that freedom. And now that I'm kind of sitting back and wondering what else I want to do in life, I realize that the residual income portion of this and the serving and all those things are not going to come easily in other businesses. And so if you have FOMO, what do you fear most? Is it that you're going to miss out? That you're not part of something? What is it that you fear? Okay. And so I see a lot of you, Jacob and, you know, Kyla and Maggie and Wendy, you're all saying, yes, you have FOMO. Well, I do too. I mean, I'll just be straight up and honest with you. I do too. I have a huge business, but because I haven't been working it, I'm not getting paid at the level I could be. And I do fear that it's passed me by. And so when I came to Sean and Michelle, I know they're really working really hard for a major goal of theirs. And I wanted to be part of it, even though I've been gone for so long. I wanted to be part of it. And so as I sat down, Nikki had reached out and said, "Hey, you want to do some presentations?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. So no, I don't." That scared me. But I knew how I felt. And I bet that there were a lot of other people that felt as I do. And so I put together this little presentation from my heart to yours to help you guys that might want to revisit this opportunity. Okay. And if you're ready to do that, I want to show you some of the things that I discovered over the last couple of days that are different. All right. So I already asked, are you ready to try again? It's never too late to start over. It really isn't. I think this business is full of start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. I think we've all done it. The crazy part, Sean was sharing with me the fact that John, since March, has gone from, being stuck at like a Pro 5 for 2 or 3 years to Pro 7 in just a few months. So it went Pro 6 and then 7 in 2 months after that. So just because you might have been stuck before, it's not your destiny. You can change that up, and it's never too late to start over. So today, if you're still with me, let's just talk about some of the things that I discovered that are different. And hopefully you can look at them too and see that, hey, you know what? We don't have to sit and share the ABC Primetime Report. You don't have to have uncomfortable three-way calls if you don't want to. They're still a great tool, but they're not necessary. Three-way calls always were for validation. And the group that has stayed around has built some really great tools for that same validation. So let's just jump right into this, okay? All right. Number one, I want to keep it simple. There's a really great book out there. Many of you have probably read it. It's by Tim Ferriss. It's called The 4-Hour Work Week. And I was reminded by a guy that I've been following on YouTube by the name of Pat Flynn about one of the quotes that Tim Ferriss said. And he said, what if everything you're doing, if you just ask yourself one simple question? And that question is, what if it were simple? What if it were simple? What if everything I do were as easy as it could possibly be? What would I do and how would I do it? So with that in mind, I created this PowerPoint to give you guys a few how-tos on how we can keep it simple and get back involved and just see by tipping your toes in the water if this can be for you again. All right, number one, plug in. There are so many incredible Facebook groups. One of the things that we used to struggle with the most with Pro Tandem when we were talking about Nerf 2 is trying to prove to people that this stuff actually works, right? We all remember that. Like, how do we prove that this works? So you had to be like a mini scientist to talk to people. Well, there are Facebook groups now where people share their testimonies. They share pictures. And it's not just distributors, it's customers as well that share their stories about how the different products that we offer have helped them. And we're going to talk about what those groups are. Webinars. If you guys remember, webinars weren't even a thing about 5 years ago. In fact, I remember doing the very first webinar with Dr. Mark Gordon, and we were all wondering if they would actually work. And it was a crazy thing because the webinars worked and we bought into a system, and now all we do is webinars. And so webinars are easy. They're recorded. You can get on live or you can watch the recording. You don't have to be present and give up your life and your family time always to be there. And there's something you can share with a prospect. Team calls. You guys, I put KISS after that for the keep it simple, stupid, right? What I mean by that is there are team calls, but you don't have to be on every single one of them. Maybe you want to be, but if it takes up too much of your time, keep it simple. Plug in. Have somebody tell you what, some of the cliff notes of what happened in that meeting, or listen to some of the notes that Michelle puts in the groups. So keep it simple. When it comes to keeping it simple, sharing the before and after pictures on One Person Big Difference in the marketing group are unbelievable. What I mean by that, and I'll show you in a minute, there is actually a Facebook Messenger group called OPBD Social Media Group. And in that group, there are tons of before and after pictures that you can use and post on your social media pages to help show people in your life, the things that people are experiencing with their products. Facebook stories. it's such an easy way to share. Most people don't even know how to use a Facebook story. It's something where you're going to put it up and it disappears in 24 hours. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Groups, webinars, testimonials, all those things are easy ways to share. Follow-ups. There are recorded testimonials that you guys can put out there. There's voicemails. What I mean by that too is you can send a message to somebody in a text. And nowadays with the technology that we have, you can just simply hit the record button and talk to them and send them a voice message. It's much easier than having to get them on the phone. People are going to listen to it. You can see a read receipt. There's just a lot of different ways that you can follow up than say, hey, let's have a three-way call, which has always been something I know for a lot of us has been an uncomfortable thing to do. Again, another follow-up might be adding somebody to a Facebook group. So ordering, you have a simple, easy website. You can put a link together. You can send it to somebody after you fill their cart. They just have to check out. Or you can do what Michelle does and just simply place the order for them. And then it's just repeat. So plug in, share, follow up, order, repeat. It's that easy. All right. The next thing, let's just talk about it and break it down. Facebook groups. There's two main groups that I discovered the group is using right now. The first one is Vitality Living. For you that don't know, Vitality Living is basically customer and distributor testimonials. It's going to build belief. If you have somebody that's interested, all you have to do is add them to the group and they can surf around on their own and see some of the stories. They can search for somebody that might want to jump in and learn about a certain, I don't know, maybe they want to learn about varicose veins and if collagen helps. They can search that and see if somebody else has a testimonial in regards to that. So there's Vitality Living, and then of course, one person, big difference, where team communication, support, inspiration, and the resources exist. Okay, so let's look a little bit closer at those two. When it comes to Vitality Living, number one, if you are not part of Vitality Living, to become part of it, it's an invitation-only process. So what you need to do is talk to somebody in your group and have them invite you, somebody that's active. Might be an upline pro 1, 2, or 3. As long as they're active, they can invite you. However, once you're invited, they need to reach out to their upline pro 5 or above and let them know that they've added you to the group, and that pro 5 or above can add you and accept you into the group, that person into the group. Once that happens, they are able to be in the group and look around and see what's happening. Okay, they can research all the different testimonials, look at the pictures, and see what's happening. In talking to a lot of the current and active distributors, a lot of customers come from being part of the Facebook group, Vitality Living, because they're able to see that this is working for other people. One of the main things that works in the world, if you look at marketing, online marketing, is social proof. This is exactly what Vitality Living is. It's for social proof. All right. The next group, one person, big difference. Again, one person, big difference is by invitation only, and it's only for people that are part of the PO organization. Okay. So all you have to do is reach out to your upline in the PO organization and ask them to add you into the one person, big difference group. Once you do that, you're going to get a notification. You simply accept that you're part of the group, and then you can go in and search around and see all the different things that are in there. At the end of the month, you're going to see all the people that are rank advancing. You're going to be able to see all the communication for meetings and webinars that are going on. You're going to see new materials. I know that like when I would have a new PowerPoint, that would be posted in one person, big difference, so that you could share it with your team or yourself. It's easy. You just go in and you just simply tag that person. For an example, I will post this slide in there so everybody can go in and have the how-to that I created. All right. Moving forward. Facebook Messenger group. This might be something that's new to more people than the other two groups. It was brand new to me. In fact, I'm just going to open this group up. So I just got to stop the share real quick. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right after I go through this, simple process for you. So the one person, big difference social media shareable group is in Facebook Messenger. All right. So Messenger is how you communicate with people. You message back and forth with people within Facebook. Well, it's a messenger app. In that app, they have created a messenger group. in that group, there are all these different shareables that I'm showing you online here. Basically, a shareable is a one-page picture that has all the information that you need that you can put in your Facebook on a story or on your Facebook page and to share with people in your community, in your group, friends and family, so they can see some of the things that, the products that Lifevantage are doing for them. It's absolutely incredible, the database that's been created. So let me just stop this real quick and let me just pop up this screen and just show you guys what's in here, because it's pretty cool. So let me find it real fast. All right. So here is the messenger group. So once you're in this group, you click on this little button, the little 3 buttons at the top, and you scroll down and you can see all the media files. Once you have the media files, you can just click on them and it's going to show you different shareables. This is just a picture. Anybody can grab this picture and you can take it over to your Facebook stories and you can drop it in and share it. It's attraction marketing. Instead of going out and having to talk to people and get them to watch a video, you're just putting it out there and people look at it. The cool thing about Facebook stories that I love is when you do a story, a Facebook story lasts 24 hours. So you put it on and it runs through a cycle of 24 hours and then it disappears. Another cool part is it actually shows you who has seen your story, anybody that's looked at it, and then anybody that comments on it. It doesn't go in the story where everybody can read the comments. It goes as a direct message back to you. So it's pretty cool because if somebody can say, oh my gosh, I'm interested in this, and they're only messaging you. So it's a really, really cool thing. So I'll show you a couple more that are in here. So again, you just go in, you look through, you scroll down, you look at all the files and media link, and I hope you can see some of these on here. But there's just tons and tons of resources. So just pop this one in. There's something about IC Bright. So you can create your campaign, you put it in the group, and all the work has been done for you by other people in this group that are way smarter than I am about creating this stuff. So they're just some really, really cool marketing pieces. All right. So go back to sharing the presentation real quick. Is this stuff helping you guys at all? Is this different than anything that you've been seeing? Just send a couple comments. I hope it is. But that Facebook media group, I'm telling you, I was blown away at all the stuff that was there. I had seen people posting things. I had no idea that it was available to me. And one of the things that always drove me crazy is sometimes when I've been in the groups, whether it is on a WhatsApp or on the messenger groups, is it's like everybody that texts, it was blowing up my groups and I was hearing ding, 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 ding. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I had Michelle remove me from all these groups, which made me, honestly, I was out of touch and I didn't see all these things happening. Well, what you can do is you can actually silence the group so you don't see all that stuff, but you can pop in and look anytime that you want. So you don't have to hear the messages going off. You're not going to get the notifications, but you're still going to have access to all the stuff. So that's what I did. And it's very easy to do. So in order to take this stuff and put it on your Facebook story, I created a page here just to show you exactly how that works. It's super simple. And you guys, Facebook stories are so easy to do. And they're something that you should all be doing because you're probably not doing it. So even if you're not fully invested in getting in, if you just put a story up, you'll see if people are paying attention. And if somebody is out there and they look at a picture and they want to know more, they're just going to reach out and talk to you about it. It's that simple. I know I have a couple people that I put a picture up on, they reached out and they bought, collagen as an example. So it's something that anybody can do and it's super easy. So here's how you do it. Again, Facebook stories disappear after 24 hours. They're not permanent, which is awesome. You can put one story, like one picture in, or you can put multiples in. You can have it so you're on video, or it can just be a picture. It can be text. There's lots of different things you can do. But again, in the effort of keeping it simple, just become part of the OPBD messenger group, take the pictures that are already done for you, and just put them in your story. So all you have to do is step one, to post a story, open up your Facebook page. You can see here, there's my cover of my Facebook, and there's my individual picture, right? And then just right to the right of that, it says add to story. You click on add to story, and Step 2 here shows what it looks like. It says, create a photo story. And that's what we're going to do. You click that, and then you take whatever photo you saved, you upload it in step 3, and then you just simply click share to story. That is it. Now it's active on your Facebook page, and anybody that sees it can comment on it, and it goes right to you. You can look in your pictures and you'll see who's seen it, and you're going to reach people that you didn't even know you were reaching. It's a really cool way to reach people on Facebook that you didn't even know were paying attention to you. I've been using it on podcasts and all different sorts of things that I've posted, and it's shocking to see some of the messages and people that I've been able to reach using Facebook stories. So that, if there was anything you took away tonight, I would say that is number 1. Get in that group, get these shareables, and at least try to put up some Facebook stories and just see if you get any people interested just on doing nothing more than adding a few photos to your story. That simple, okay? The next thing that we're going to talk about is how to order. There are 2 easy ways to order. This used to be so hard. If you guys remember, it was like, tell somebody how to get to our website, you give them our page, and then if they got there, they might not put in your right ID, and then you wouldn't get credit for the sale, or somebody else would get credit, and they would lose a customer and a distributor. It'd be really super frustrating. Lifevantage took that out years ago, but it's even easier now because you get your own personal website. So all you got to do is go into your website, help them shop by filling up your shopping cart for them, right? So step 2 here, step 1 is go to your shopping, pick your product. Step 2 is actually add it to the cart. Step 3, if you guys look here, it shows a full cart. And right above your full cart, it's a little icon that says share. Click the share, and step 4 shows you the URL. All you have to do is copy that and send it to somebody in a text, an email, what have you. They click that link and they can instantly go to the shopping cart, complete the order, and check out, and it's done. Product's on the way, you get full credit. That is it. If you're not sure how to get your website, it's very easy and somebody on your team can help you. But if you just go into your back office, it's on the right-hand side of your back office, it'll say personal website. You pull it up and it'll give you a URL. You can even change it to your name or what have you, but it's a very easy thing to do. And if you guys are lost on it, send me a message and I'll make a really quick video to show you how to do it. It's super easy. Okay. So that's one way to order. In talking with Michelle and trying to make this easy, she said her favorite way to order, and here's almost a pro 10, you guys. She still takes people's orders for them. So I call it the MP method. Michelle Poe. Place the order form. She says it keeps it simple, it avoids any confusion, and she is in full control of the process. So she's able to help them not be confused. She's able to help them answer any questions, and it just makes it super easy. And so this is what she does, regardless of if it's a customer ordering product or somebody that's signing up to become part of the business. So she's there and it gets done immediately. So you're not wondering, hey, when are they going to place their order? Okay. So those are the 2 ways to get started. So with that said, let's just recap. I'm just about done here. So easy ways to get started. Plug in. We got the Facebook groups, 1 person, big difference, right? Vitality Living, webinars, team calls, sharing, use the photos, let everybody else's work go to work for you, right? All these amazing before and after pictures that you can find in OPBD Messenger group are going to make your life so much easier. The follow-up, use the testimonials, use the Facebook groups, and if you want, get somebody on a phone call. If somebody has a question, use the 3-way calls. People are still standing by and ready to do those with you every day, okay? Using the personal website links or placing an order for them, and then just repeat. Do this. Quit worrying about the stuff that we used to worry about, the ABC prime time, being a mini scientist, all that stuff, forget about it. Don't worry about the compensation plan. Sean's got that covered. Dr. Melody Rodarti's got the science stuff covered. There's webinars that you guys can ask for that are available in One Person Big Difference, that or even on Vitality Living, I'm sure, where you can actually plug in and watch the two of them talk about both of those sides of their business, the opportunity and on the product and science side. So don't get involved in that. Just keep it super simple. All right. One of the questions that's coming up right now, if we are so far gone that we no longer have our distributorship, how do we get that going again? Kyla, that's a really great question. If you're that far gone, I would reach out to the person that got you started in the first place and have them help you enroll again. There's multiple ways that you can enroll. There's different packages and they can walk you through that. If they're not part of this anymore, reach out to your nearest upline that you remember and talk to them, and they can help you and guide you along the way. Okay. I'm just reading some of these comments here. They did a ton of great webinars last week. Yes, they had 7 days where they took 7 different products last week, and they're all recorded. And they talked about each product, 1 product per day with experts on each of them. So use those recorded webinars to get yourself back in touch with the products or to share with customers. So, all right, so keep it simple. So my question to you is simply this. Are you ready to start over? Can you start over? Do you want to start over? It's not hard. All you got to do is take your first step. I look at this and I find it overwhelming. But then when I looked at how easy it can be, because so many people stayed involved in the active and created these tools that make it so much easier, there's really no excuse not to just put some things out there and just test the waters and see what it feels like to try this under a new way, where you don't have to do all the heavy lifting, where you can, piggyback off the heels of people that are doing it for you. I'm so grateful that so many of the leaders in the group have stayed around for so long. It's helped me, it's helped my family, and it's helped those people that stayed active. And so it's our turn to pay that back by helping them in any way we can. And so my way is just to get active and help you guys move forward. So with that said, if you have any questions, I'll hang out. Sean put out his phone number if you guys are concerned or you don't know how to get started again. Sean's phone number that for anyone that needs it, you guys can reach out. I'll just say it out loud. It's 605-629 or 929-0877. Again, 605-929-0877. And that'll get you right to Sean. You can text him. And I also put my phone number on here if you guys want to get in touch. I'm a coach. That's by trade. And I would be willing, anybody that tuned in tonight, if you guys are not sure and your mind isn't there, you just want to talk to somebody and get perspective, I'll give you guys free 20 minutes with me. It's all yours. It's free. All you got to do is text me and say free 20. And we'll talk about what it would look like for you to get started again and get you through some of your mental hurdles. So that's all I have. Anybody got anything that you want to add?
Well, I will just add in, we are very, very blessed to have you, Kevin, and just sharing your gifts with you. I know sometimes you tell us you don't know how to present, and that's not true. You absolutely blessed so many people with this, and that really just boiled it down to exactly what separates out people from having success and limiting success is keeping it simple, utilizing the team to do the heavy lifting, and utilizing the tools that are in place for you not to have to be the expert. And there were a lot of learning curves that Kevin unfortunately had to go through with us early on, because most of us in our organization, we've never done network marketing before. This is our first company, and we had the best intentions with everything that we did. But I even said it today with somebody that we were talking to, is 10 years ago, we were on a dirt gravel road and there were a lot of bumps. It wasn't smooth, but we have figured out really, really good processes to help people have success. So we're definitely here for everybody. Kevin, again, thank you for your time. That's the most precious resource anybody can give somebody else.
Yeah, thank you, Sean, for letting me do this and trusting me to have any information to share with people who've been gone a very long time. And man, it's I was honestly just blown away with the resources that are available to us now that did not exist even 2 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That the one person, that OPBD messenger group, that stuff's gold, absolutely gold.
Yeah. Michelle has spent a lot of time and energy and effort setting those up. And, you know, I would consider you an early adopter to technology. And there were a lot of things that, you know, you kind of saw that could help us advance early on. But again, like when we first started, you guys, this seriously was done with like flip phones. Skype was there, but if we got 3 people on a Skype, it might last 10 minutes before somebody got disconnected. And it's a completely different environment that we're working in today. And that's one of the things that I love is just all of the tools and resources that you have at your fingertips immediately when you start. And I'll tell you this, is we had a lot of growth and excitement 2011, 2012, 2013, and things were really, really flying. And I haven't seen that same energy. Things have been good. I'm not going to say that they've been bad at all, but I haven't seen that kind of energy until the product launch of collagen that happened in June. And I haven't seen anything like this in any business that I've done on what's happening right now. So we're here to help and support in any capacity that we can. Everybody's journey is going to be different. Please don't compare yourself to anybody else. That's the worst thing that you can do. But at the same time, if you have goals and dreams and different aspirations for something to change, evaluate whether or not this vehicle could be something that you could incorporate to help you get where you want to get.
And Kevin, holy smokes, man. I know you said, oh, I'm not ready to be able to present, but guys, let's give him a huge round of applause because that was so good. It was everything I think that we were all looking for, and to make it so simple and an easy, like what, 40 minutes? That was fabulous, Kevin. So thank you and welcome back.
Well, we don't want to rush things yet, Nikki.
Love you, Kev.
So I did put my number. I forgot to put that out. If anybody did want to contact me, it's 414-322-7483. I can't make a 7 with a hand, so 7483. 414-322-7483.
And we will have a recording of this. We're not going to post it massively out there. So what I would ask, if people are interested in this, we're going to send it out to our leadership group. So the Pro 5s and up will have the link. If anybody wants to replay it or re-listen to it, you can reach out to Michelle and me. You can reach out to Kevin, Nikki, or a Pro 5 or higher. They'll have the information for you to listen to this again. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be on One Person Big Difference. So just let us know that you want that, and we'll be more than happy to get that link out to people so they can digest once again everything that Kevin went over. So Kevin, this is your wheelhouse, dude. I mean, you are an amazing trainer. You're an amazing presenter. And I love doing life with you, dude.
Right? I love doing life with you, Sean. Always have. So hopefully we're going to be taking a trip to Sioux Falls for a celebration in the next 30 days. So
I think everybody looked great partying on Halloween, but I mean, that's just me.
Anybody else have last questions for Kevin?
Sean, somebody was asking if the presentation would be available. I can send you that. So I don't know how they would get it hold of that, but
okay. So the slide deck Kevin will send, and we can send that out as well too.
So awesome. Well, thanks everyone.
Thanks, guys. That was fabulous. Good night.
Good night.
Nice to see everyone.